As it turns out, China takes an entire week off for their New Year's, and apparently another week or two to recover. So I'm still waiting on pieces coming through the mail, which gave me time to focus solely on the camera control box. This is really my first time working with metal. Plastic is a little bit easier to work with, but I don't know, I just thought this would be a little bit better for outdoors if I wanted to put it outside for a while. Trying to figure out how to attach my buttons. And I could just mount them out here, drill some holes for the little pins to go through, and that would be the most solid. That would be the most solid connection, but it doesn't look all that attractive. What I would like to do is just drill a hole big enough for the main part of the button to go through, but not the little lip here, and mount everything inside. Okay, I've kind of settled on a wood frame to hold the buttons in place. Then that leaves the business end available to me, and it gives me plenty of space to glue the support against the frame. It should give me plenty of support to actually press the button. One of the things I eventually learned was to use sockets for everything. Here I am using GST sockets to hook up the buttons. This is the circuit I'm using for each of the buttons. It has a 100 ohm current limiting resistor for the propeller pin and a 10K tie-down resistor to keep the propeller pin grounded when the button is not pressed. Otherwise it'd bounce around. I glued everything in with Gorilla Glue, but I don't trust it too well. So I always like to add a little hot glue just to be sure. When I first started, it seemed like I had lots of room, but now it's starting already to get pretty tight. I was going to do the LEDs off the side, but I just didn't get the room for that. So I'm thinking about putting the lid on a hinge and putting the LEDs inside for each of the menu options. Thanks to not being able to find one D-cell battery in the entire house, I'm having to use this 4-pack here to test it out. So let's stick him on and see if this little thing's working. I got it set up so that every button just causes the camera to click. Let's try the remote first. It's the D button here. We have that working. Let's try the yellow button. And I got 2 clicks for that one, but that's alright. And the red button. Okay, all the buttons are working. So now the next part will be getting the motion control board in here. Got to cut a hole in the side for it. And the photocell I'm going to put on the other side. I also have more work on the program itself I got to do, as most of the program currently is just comments tell me what I need to add in there. But I got the sort of main structure down.